you? How was your week? Weeks go by. I said that last week. And every time it goes, the more time has gone by. I was walking to work today, and there's a house on the way that last year, when I walked in the spring, maybe the fall, there was daisies, a whole bunch of daisies. Those were Colleen's favorite. And every time I would walk by, I'd remember her. And one day the man that lived there was standing there, and I asked him about the daisies, and I said, listen, my daughter passed, and those daisies, they help me. They remind me, they get me through. And they're not there this year. I miss them. When I walk, I see deer. And when I see deer, I think Colleen sent them to help me. Because a lot of times they show up when I'm having a hard thought or some fear going on. When I see a cardinal, I don't see them often. Every once in a while I see one. Maybe when I'm walking on the path or, in the woods somewhere. She comes right back to me. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Because those things, when I have children in my classroom and I'm getting a little frustrated and all of a sudden I calm down, I know she's there. When I'm having a hard time with the praying in the morning and remembering, and then I calm down, I know she's there. When I looked it up on the internet, it says there's many ways to connect with someone who has passed away. And that's what I'm doing, I'm connecting. We can write letters to them or talk to them. I talk to Carl every day. Or wear something. Like I have clothing that has her picture on it. I wear bracelets that have her name on them and her picture on them. I wear the band from when she donated her organs, and on my necklace it has her name and her brother's name. You can visit special places when we go to the restaurant that she loved the best, or make food that she really loved, or make food and then realize this was one of the favorite things that she had. There's so many things. Carry on her traditions. Definitely do that. We definitely go to Knoebels, go to the Poconos, go to places where we've eaten together. And photos. Craig has photos all over the house. And Scarlett knows her mom from that. That's important to me. Or maybe seeing someone and they remind you of her. I have friends. So they say that if you see butterflies or rainbows or specific animals, then maybe that's a sign from them. And they say that some people find comfort from them. I kind of feel that way. I find comfort from the things, like rainbows. We see rainbows, we know it's Carl. We see butterflies and cardinals, we know she's here. But I asked my friends what reminds them of the people that they've lost. And Kathy said she's got cardinals now that stay at her house. Got to be from them. Her mom's jacket is hanging in Kathy's room. And she wears it when she goes to church like her mom did, and it brings her closer to her. Sarah said the food, the limes and cilantro, those smells bring back her grandmother. And when she eats goldfish, they have to be cold because her grandmother kept them in the fridge. Barbara has pictures of her baby on the wall so that every time she looks at her, she knows that she exists. Anuja, her mom's favorite flowers were gardenias, and we remember those things. And her brother collected rocks. and had a special song that he loved. Seeing that, experiencing those things, brings people back, brings us back. Food, any kind of food that they like, or smells, or collections, or changes in the room. Those are the things that we have to keep in our heads. In the Bible, in 1 Corinthians, it says, "Now we see as if we're looking into a dark mirror, but at that time in the future we shall see clearly." I think what this means, we don't know what's going on. But to have these reminders, we're not seeing clearly, but we're remembering. We don't know what it looks like where they are. But I think that when we remember, when they pop in our heads, they know it. They know it. They see clearly. They see us. There's a connection there. Here's the thing. I don't know what the reason is for any of this. However, I know when Colleen moved out of my house, because she was on her own, that I had a hard time with it. And what ended up happening was that we figured it out. We figured out a new routine, a new connection. We figured out that we could drive to their house and have dinner with them, or they could come home and celebrate Christmas together, or we could meet somewhere. When Kevin moved out, he moved a little farther away, but we found out that when he needed help working on the house, we could be up there with them. That they would call us and want to be with us, and that we would want to be with them. So all that fear that they were not living with us anymore, that we wouldn't see them, got a little better, because we realized the truth of it is that we did see them. And then they had the babies, and I was a little afraid then. But we got to be with the babies, babysit them, go up and play with them, meet somewhere, and have dinner together. The routines that we have, the stuff that keeps us going through the day, changes. We had a way of doing it when they were little and home all the time. We were always together. And then when they got older and they were teenagers, and they weren't always home, but we knew they'd come home to sleep. And then they moved into their homes. And we were really afraid we wouldn't see them. But we figured out a new routine. And now there's another routine. I look for things, daisies, butterflies, the deer that I see when I'm walking, the birds, the stuff that she loves. And my friends are doing the same thing. There's still a connection. I have a friend who's has 2 daughters, and one lives in Pennsylvania and one lives in North Jersey. And so she can't see them every day. But they have a routine. On Sunday afternoon, they FaceTime all together, the whole family. These are the things that we have to try to do. If you're at a bar and you have a beer and you remember that your dad used to come with you there, you remember him. It changes. Life is always going to change. And sometimes the changes are doable and sometimes they're almost not doable. But after a while, you get into a new routine. It's not to say that you don't be sad anymore, because you're going to be sad and angry and crazy. Maybe that's part of the routine. But you will have a routine and a way of remembering. And I'm not going to lose her. I'm not going to lose the memories. When you see a butterfly, maybe you remember what I said. Or maybe you're going to see their favorite animal or their favorite place. When Craig brought Scarlett to the zoo, that was a place that Colleen loved. Or Sesame Place, that we went with her. So just keep in mind, we can still remember. And in doing that, we can start talking to them. Because if we're thinking about them, they're thinking about us. And we're together. There's a song called Butterfly that my friend gave me. All of the time that we took for granted, thinking tomorrow's just another day, sun on your face with the windows open. I never got the chance to say, I know your wings are getting heavy. You can let go when you're ready to fly. I know we'll meet between heaven and the sky. I'm going to try to find the good after goodbye. Butterfly, you come down to visit your favorite flower, catching the wind in the light of day. You keep sending me bittersweet reminders, the signs that you're never really far away. You know I will always need you, and I feel better when I see you. I'm going to try to find the good after goodbye. But you fly till next time, butterfly. Colleen is sending those things. Your friends, your family, your loved ones. They're on their end, we're on our end. But we're still together. We're still connected. So, I know I'm crying, and it looks like this is sad, but it's not. It's just another way of knowing that I have not lost her for good. That we are still connected. We still love each other. And we still know that the other one is here with us. And we are there with them. So look for the signs. Look for the butterflies and the rainbows and the animals that you love and the flowers that they love and the food that they used to eat. You look for that and you hold it in your heart and you know that you are still here with your family, with your friends, connected. You have a good week. You have a good week. And you know that I love you. I miss you a lot, but we'll be together soon. Love you. Take care.